Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is a solo episode of the Plumbing and HVAC Hustle podcast. I'm going to call these ones Chillin' with Tim. And we have a bunch of amazing guests coming up soon. I'm actually doing a little bit more of a mix of like actual technicians for fun to mix in a little bit of the true and authentic culture of the HVAC industry as I get to learn different things that people care about. But today is about HVAC keyword research. So how to find keywords, and I'm going to be giving a bunch of tools and things like that. And I might even do, I know it's a solo episode, but I might do some of my special series. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. But I'm going to start with my list here. HVAC SEO, keyword research ideas, and topic generators. And the first one, if you don't know about it, you're going to love it. It's called Answer the Public. So if I go to Answer the Public, I get a couple free tries at this. So let's say if I type in AC unit repair, I press search, and boom, it creates a bunch of questions from the topic. And so I'm doing this live, so I might even present this up on the screen real quick so the people that are watching can see it, but I'll talk through it for people that are not watching as well. So really quickly, it tells you what people are searching on the internet. So how much does an AC unit repair cost? How to repair AC unit. It tells you how many people are searching that. And it also tells you, so it's how to repair AC unit. It's 1,600 people searching it, and it costs $528 on average on Google. As I go down, it gives me prepositions, and this all shows in a very visually appealing kind of circle graph for those that are just listening. It's a pretty cool tool. AnswerThePublic.com. AC unit repair near me, for instance, has 1,600 searches. AC unit repair near me open now has, it doesn't show volume there, so it's probably pretty low. Window AC unit repair near me has 1,900. Portable AC unit repair near me has 880 searches on average. And you can go alphabetically too and see, which ones have the most search volume. So this is the first way. I love AnswerThePublic.com. If you do it a lot, there's a paid version. It's a pretty cool tool though. Secondly, we've got Google Trends. And if you haven't checked this out before too, it's pretty sweet. So I'm going to go to Google Trends. I'm going to keep the window up so we can just do this, and the people watching can just watch this. So once again, let's try. Apparently the biggest thing searched right now is CrowdStrike. We're on July 19th and a bunch of stuff went down. So you can see what is huge right now. But let's just put in air conditioning and see what's related to that topic. We can see kind of how many people are searching. It's actually not how many people are searching it. It's the level of interest. So it's above average. Obviously, it's going to be bigger. If I look over a longer period for the past, let's say past 5 years, we can kind of see the up and down graph in the summer, which is interesting. We can also see that 2023 was lower than 2022, which is interesting, and 2022 was higher than 2021, which kind of jives with what feels like the vibes in HVAC right now as far as demand. There's a 20% decrease in demand, that type of thing. And then you can see related queries and which ones are surging. So air conditioning replacement near me has a massive surge. Air conditioning installation near me. You could use each one of these things to use these keywords more on your website and or create content if it's something more unique. It's a blog post potentially to go after that keyword. It's just really thinking about, if I talk about keywords and keyword phrases, I'm going to stop and talk about that for a second. It's really trying to understand, what does that person want when they search that? And search engine optimization lingo, we call it intent. What is the intent of the searcher? Are they intending to buy? Are they intending to just get information? Are they intending to diagnose a problem? So those are some things to think about as you get your list of keywords. And what the point is that once you understand what the intent of that search is, then you create a piece of corresponding content that matches the intent. You want to match the intent of the searcher so that you're more likely to, let's say, co-opt that energy and then maybe help them buy. But you don't want to come in with a, hey, buy this now thing, if what they're really trying to do is just right now, they're just trying to diagnose a problem. You want them to stay on your website longer. You want to create time on website. So that's why it's good to write blog posts, not just selling pages, because you want the time on your website to go up for things related to what you sell. And the more you have people on your website spending a lot of time on your website for things related to what you sell, the more Google will show your other pages. Let's say if you have location pages and things like that. All right, the next one, I use this tool probably more than most. It is called Ahrefs, or ahrefs.com. Let me just pull this up real quick so that you who are watching can see it. And if I put a competitor in there, so we saw Bueller HVAC in the Google Trends. Bueller Air and Plumbing, for whatever reason, was in Google Trends. So if I took that and I put it into Ahrefs, I don't know why they're surging right now on Google Trends, but great. And I wanted to look for things that they're ranking for. This is one way to do keyword research called competitive analysis. And a big realization some people might make is that you don't have to just do competitor analysis on somebody who's in your market. Sometimes you can look for people that do a lot of SEO, especially if you're looking for kind of blog related topics. Look for, hey, Google Chicago HVAC, Google Arizona HVAC, Google, San Bernardino HVAC. But basically the point is look at bigger cities and put their website into Ahrefs in Site Explorer and look for keywords that you might want to try to rank for. And in this tool, you can sort by keyword difficulty, right? So maybe I don't want to spend a ton of time going after the ones that are super crazy difficult and have lower amount of searches. Maybe I want to find a kind of a blend where it's like, all right, there's, let's see, a keyword that has a low amount, heat pump replacement. Actually, that's pretty mid-size one, but like obviously, like looking at that keyword, there's 2,200 searches for it. It's pretty cool. I'm looking for other things. I guess they do plumbing as well. Air conditioner companies. See, for instance, like think about this. If I look at this keyword, I see 1,600 searches. Yes, they're all over the country, but there's a good enough amount of searches probably in your area to make a blog post for the 7 best air conditioner companies in your city name. You can make that blog post. You can service the intent for that particular keyword by making it a list, because a lot of people are scared to make a list. So now you're making the list and put the other 6 best companies in the area on there. I know it's scary, but then anytime the plural comes up, you have a list. And instead of Angie being the number one thing, you're the number one thing. So if it's a list, if they're searching for a list and you're not giving a list, you're not going to show up anywhere, usually. You might, but it's less likely. But basically, this is the way I use Ahrefs. This is a great way to do keyword research, do competitive analysis. It's probably my most common one. Now, a super simple one, that one does cost money. I think there's a $99 version a month or something like that, but it's a pretty cool tool. SEMrush is very similar to it. I think they have a cheaper kind of intro thing. But what about people also ask? So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. All right, so if I go to Google and let's say I pop in heat pump, press search, and guess what? There's usually a section right here called People Also Ask box. It may not be on every search, but it's very common. And look at these keywords. What is the downside to a heat pump? Is a heat pump better than an AC? What is a heat pump and how does it work? These are all keywords that you could go after. And obviously, type in more keywords, go grab more things, and if they don't have it, that's fine. There's also these at the bottom that could be mined for keywords as well. And then I want to show you the Google autocomplete. So look at this. So this is an additional way to get a bunch of keywords. AC repair near St. Paul, Minnesota, AC repair Minneapolis, air conditioner Minneapolis, furnace repair. Let's see, heat pump versus AC, heat pump water heater, heat pumps in Minnesota, heat pump cost. These are all keywords as well. And the more of those you rank for and the more of those you help people stay on your website for, the more likely you're gonna rank for other stuff. That's why people blog. The people blog, yeah, because sometimes, let's say, people might land on the blog and become a customer from the blog, but more often it's so that Google is seeing quality content come out of this website and is more likely to show it for things that actually will sell you stuff. So that's why people blog. And I just keep on kind of reiterating this because I think some people don't understand why this is so awesome, but it is awesome. All right, so we did People Also Ask box. We did Google autocomplete. The next one up is sales questions and objections.
Hey there, are you a home service business owner that's tired of your answering service just kicking the can down the road? Well, we can help. Pink Collars will assign a dedicated, supported, and trained individual to answer your phones, emails, texts, and even more. Give us a call at 888-325-7465, or better yet, check us out online, www.pinkcollars.com.
It's a different way to get keywords, and it's basically like understanding that one person in the sales process has a question means probably other people will have that question. So let's say in your sales meeting every single week, you say, hey, what are some objections you guys have gotten in this last week? Somebody says, costs. It's always money. Okay, well, what was it? Tell me for instance, what happened? Well, they said that we were more expensive than them, than the competitor they got, and they are actually a friend of theirs. It's like, okay, well, that's something we can one, role play it and actually talk through it as a company of how we should handle that. But also, that could be a blog post. You know, why you may not want to have DIY air conditioner installation. You know, like you may be tempted to do this yourself or have a friend do it who's done it, you know, for themselves. You might talk about the pros and cons of DIY HVAC installation. So, you know, especially that first answer that they give you, dig a little deeper. And then a thing that happens is the same objections come up again and again. And so we have a running list at our company of the top 7 objections that people have for us. And every year we reshoot, we re-ask the question, and then we reshoot videos that address those objections. And those often get turned into blogs and short form content, reels, TikToks, etc. as well. And I think it's a good rhythm. What about if you did that every year? And you take the top 7 questions and you try to really clearly state them in the way that would feel authentic and real to your prospects, and then answer them. And the way that Marcus Sheridan talks about this in the book, They Ask, You Answer, he says, give them a lot of empathy at the beginning of the video. Hey, I understand that it might be tempting to go with the cheapest quote, or even to like try to have somebody do this themselves or yourself or whatever. Basically, the price one comes up a lot. So let's say it might be tempting to go with the cheaper quote, but what we've seen is a lot of times we've come back and fixed other people's work. So essentially, it's an objection. We bring it into marketing. It's not just sales anymore. We bring objections into marketing and create blogs and videos about that. And then lastly, I want to talk about Google Keyword Planner. So the most classic, one of the most classic keyword research tools as well. And I'll pull it up here. Go to Keyword Planner. Boom, boom, boom. Let's say if we search for a page, discover new keywords. So you do have to have a Google Ads account for this, but you can start with a website. So you could start with a competitor once again. Let's just try that real quick on BuellerAir.com. If I put that in here, I use the entire site. It pulls up all their keywords. Just another way to get these. This is free if you do Google Ads. AC repair near me, HVAC near me, air conditioner repair, mini split, air conditioner repair near me, etc. Okay? Then we can discover new keywords. We have an idea that it might be, let's say, heat pump repair. Get results. And then it comes up with a whole bunch of stuff that people are actually searching, and the average monthly searches and the year over year or 3-month change does give you some idea of the amount of demand for these things. Heat pump servicing. I wouldn't have known that's a keyword. All right. So heat pump replacement near me. Maybe I know that would be one, right? Heat pump technician, heat pump service near me. Lots of different keywords there. It's not just one binary heat pump repair keyword. So just a reminder, there's a bunch of ways to get keywords to both go after with organic SEO content and blogs, to go after with landing pages, because if you make a page dedicated to a keyword like heat pump repair, then you can include all these different variations within the content so that it's more likely to show up for this. You also want it to be the most comprehensive one that you're competing with. The more comprehensive, the better. And then there's obviously other components like technical SEO, page speed, and links to your website from other websites. Those things are the things that help you rank. But this is, a pretty good start. If you can go and find topics to go after with blogs and with landing pages, then you have made a pretty good start on search engine optimization. So I wanted to share with you the way I would be looking for HVAC SEO keywords, a bunch of tools for that, and also the way I think about keywords. And I'll re-summarize that, which is we want to rank for a bunch of keywords. Yes, of course, we want to rank for the landing pages for high intent to purchase keywords, meaning we want to rank for a bunch of stuff people are actually trying to buy. And then, as well, in addition, we want to rank for other stuff that's in the sales funnel. Maybe it's higher in the sales funnel. Maybe it's the research phase or the problem-solving phase. Research might be a little higher than the bottom of the funnel, researching other companies near me, that type of thing, potentially. But then you go even farther up, which is like, do I have a problem? Is this the noise that my AC unit should be making, right? And so make content for those things too, because that's how you create topical authority on your website. And the more blogs you have that people are spending time on, I'll just restate this, the more likely Google is going to believe that your website, or Google's algorithm is going to have data suggesting that your website is an authority on that topic. And it also gets links. So these pieces of content will get linked to from other websites. You'd be surprised. We created a list for the 7, best HVAC marketing companies, and we included ourselves on there. And guess who picked it up? Service Titan. Or they included us on their list, and we're number 2 on their list as a top HVAC marketing company. And we also got picked up by House Call Pro as one of the top marketing agencies in HVAC. And these things spread. Another thing, hey, people might be scared to be doing SEO at this point in the game, which I think it's interesting. It's still the biggest search engine on the planet, but they're looking forward to AI. It's interesting though, if you rank, how do you think AI eats? AI eats search results. So for instance, now if you go type, I dare you, go type, what are the best HVAC marketing agencies? I'll do it right now live for fun. Share screen. What are the best HVAC marketing agencies? For instance, WebFX, Hook Agencies number 2, Rival Digital, 4 Local, 5 Rhino, 6 BXB, 7 Kickcharge Creative. And they're citing our website in the results. So just noting that by creating content, you're feeding AI right now. And so do you want it to feed on your competitors' content? Or do you want it to feed it on your content? And give it the answers that you want to give it. So this is a reminder, SEO might evolve. But right now, AI eats search engine results, particularly Bing because they're connected, but all SEO helps your AI results as well. All right, we'll wrap up with hot takes and cold trends. My hot take, it's pretty hot. I think technicians and owners in the HVAC industry I've been watching very closely. I don't know if I have a right yet, but still, I'm going to give it. I see people getting giddy about taking advantage of homeowners, and I'm talking about like basically dramatizing the idea that they're getting a bunch of money for doing almost nothing. And I think you should basically delete your social media accounts if that's what you're going to do, because there's a PR problem waiting to happen. And you might think that homeowners are never going to see this, or you're going to get by, you're going to skate by without this, without any problems. But I think these things can affect you and could affect you. I think ultimately what I'm really getting at is we should try to make this profession as honorable as possible by not being silly about that stuff. And I'm not talking about like, people joking around. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just, I think people should watch the way they talk about it, because ultimately at the end of the day, if people see you doing that, then the reputation spreads of HVAC being a less honorable profession. And I believe it is an extremely honorable profession, so I kind of hate when people do that. I think it's probably not smart. And I believe that over the next 10 years that the customer service will have to be there. You know what I mean? I get that some people are like, I do HVAC, and so no one can F with me because I get the actual work done and screw you. But I think at a certain point, there will be more people that can actually get the work done that actually have customer service. Hey, it's supposed to be a hot take. So make sure you're actually increasing your customer service, because basically we want referrals from every homeowner, and that's just how I feel about it. Cold trend. I believe there's people overspending in the off season to try to keep techs busy if they have a lot of techs on advertising and things like that, and then dropping spend when it gets crazy. I believe that you should spend more when it gets crazy. I know it's hard to find people, but I think hiring and systematizing and pushing into when it's busy is that's my cold trend. These are supposed to be controversial, and I'm saying it how I really feel it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I would love to hear your takes on this. Comment below if you vehemently disagree with me or if I said something that resonated with you. And thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're listening on the audio version, would love it if you'd rate and review the podcast. All right, everyone. Thanks and have a great day.